Are y'all ready for this? Birds fans, are you ready for this? Now, this isn't actually so much about what Cam Newton says or what he says is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. This is more about LeSean McCoy and what he says, but also what a fan commented on that I then had to go and take a look at that found it was absolutely completely ridiculous, these narratives surrounding Jalen Hurts. But we're going to have a little fun because this is so over the top. You've got to listen to this bit about Cam Newton, and then we'll get to what LeSean McCoy said in response. By the way, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. It's been absolutely insane lately. I think I have more of you have um, helped me out by subscribing to the channel in the last couple of weeks than I think the previous 4 months combined. We're actually up over 1,400 of you wonderful Birds fans hanging out here, or I shouldn't even say Philly sports fans, although I haven't been doing much of the other sports, but I will get to them. It's just so much Eagles to talk about rolling into the playoffs. So thank you. I appreciate all your support. So we're going to listen to James. Cam Newton is asked what quarterbacks are game changers versus game managers. And of course, we know where he's going with Jalen Hurts, obviously, before we even get into it. But there's at least one other one in here that's absolutely wild that we have to talk about before we get to what LeSean McCoy said.
Bo Nix,
Game manager.
Josh Allen,
Game changer.
Drake Maye,
Game manager.
Trevor Lawrence,
Manager.
Aaron Rodgers,
Game manager.
CJ.
Y'all catch that? Did y'all catch what this man just said? Now, it didn't say, well, I was going to say it didn't say we're talking specifically about this year, although we're looking at playoff quarterbacks. But even then, Aaron Rodgers right now, of a very bad Pittsburgh offense, is throwing the ball as well as he has in a long time. But Cam Newton's going to say game manager.
Game manager.
CJ Stroud,
Game manager.
That is absolutely wild. All right, let's keep going.
Aaron Rodgers,
Game manager.
CJ Stroud,
Game manager.
Justin Herbert,
Game manager.
Matthew Stafford,
Game changer for sure.
Sam Darnold,
Game manager.
Caleb Williams,
Manager.
Jalen Hurts,
Game manager.
Bryce Young,
Game manager.
Jordan Love,
Game manager.
Brock Purdy,
It's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, but game manager.
Cam Newton has some serious, serious insecurity and jealousy issues when it comes to the quarterbacks. I feel like well, besides the fact that he has like 71 kids from, 67 different women and has to pay for them all, and seems like he's blown through all his money. He needs this job. I also think he got this because he just has to attack quarterbacks. Did you notice the little extra bit that we got when talking about Jalen Hurts? So of course, Jalen has a lot of company, so we're not even going to say, "Oh, we went after Jalen." I mean, he called Aaron Rodgers a game manager, but check this out from LeSean McCoy in response to what Cam Newton has said.
Drake Maye.
Now he's talking specifically about Drake Maye here, obviously, which is kind of odd because I mean, it's even weird to talk about like Bo Nix and Drake Maye in that regard because they're so young and just getting experience, and they're obviously going to grow into the position. But anyway, let's take a listen.
Nah, because Drake Maye, like low key though,
Game changer.
he's a game changer. Bro, he's in
Game
his
changer.
second year. I don't know if Cam's better than him. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I think he's more talented, athletic. Yeah, you 6'6", you can run on people. I don't know if he's better than Drake Maye. So you saying game manager how? He can run, he can throw. I mean, it ain't like he's throwing a whole bunch of all pros over there.
Yeah.
I love Stephon Diggs, but they didn't even feature Stephon Diggs like that, like they should have.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards. He could have had more if they'd have featured him.
Stephon Diggs got featured pretty heavily. He was one of the best receivers. As much as the guy is an absolute idiot and he's got himself some problems right now, one of the best receivers in the NFL. But LeSean wants to downplay that a little bit, and you'll see why in a second.
So who he really?
Yeah.
What are you managing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you managing? If you say Jalen Hurts is a manager, I could take that. He's surrounded by monsters. You ever
Yeah,
see
facts.
Space Jam?
Space
Monsters
Jam.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I can hear that. The old Purdy, I could say that. But even right now with Purdy, like I can't even call him a game manager though, because you ain't who you
What you
managing
mean?
though.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
Who
bar.
you managing?
That's the
So
bar.
I just think maybe Cam's having fun with this stuff. Because one, Drake May, I don't know if he's better than Drake May. I don't. And Drake May gets busy. And those other guys,
Okay, whether Cam's better than Drake May or not is irrelevant, but this is absolutely wild. And for those of you that don't know or kind of new to the channel, I have finally come down on the I just can't stand LeSean McCoy because he's fake. He's a fake. He's a snake. He goes back and forth. He disses the Philadelphia Eagles all the time because he's a jealous mofo because this current team has had way more success than he ever did, and they should have had a lot more. There is absolutely no doubt that those Philly teams that LeSean McCoy was a part of, and even expanding on that because he wasn't here forever, should have had Super Bowl titles, and they didn't. They failed. I mean, I say that as an Eagles fan, and it hurts. I didn't want them to fail, but in listening to guys like McCoy now, it kind of is a big turn off. And of course, he goes into he has to go right. All these quarterbacks that Cam Newton calls a game manager, and he has to go, and he goes right to, oh, you could say that about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, these numbers that these receivers have gotten, they're like AJ Brown is getting career high numbers with AJ Hurts, with Jalen Hurts. He wasn't a Pro Bowl, he wasn't an All Pro player before Jalen Hurts. The Saquon Barkley didn't have the type of season he had last year before Jalen Hurts. You ever think that maybe Jalen Hurts is making these players better? Now, personally, I think it's actually a combination. Jerry Rice, greatest receiver to ever play the game, but would Jerry Rice have been as much Jerry Rice without, Joe Montana and Steve Young and vice versa, right? It all kind of goes together, which is why I give, there is credence to it. Is a team game. But it's just absolutely wild that he goes right to Jalen Hurts, and a lot of people are kind of tired of that kind of nonsense. Call They're like this guy's called AR a game manager. Aaron Rodgers. Cam is not to be taken serious from now on. LeSean is such a hater biatch. History will remember Jalen Hurts more than LeSean McCoy one time. This dude sneak this and hurts every time he gets a microphone in his face. What a bum. At this point, glad we shipped your ass to Buffalo. Philadelphia doesn't claim you anymore. Put 25 back in rotation. LeSean McCoy is the fakest you know what ever. All career highs with Jalen at QB. Just saying, wide receivers and running backs. Eagles single season TD record, wide receivers single season catch record, and yards running back. Only the fifth all time to run for 2K, I guess. Hurts the manager who played in 2 Super Bowls and outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both. I can't stand this MFer. Seriously, don't give an F if he played for us. You don't talk about our QB who brought us a Super Bowl like that. Something you did not do. LaShawn Jalen is elite, and he's just mad that he ain't a part of this dynasty he's building. Now, we'll leave one last thing, as I can't find the comment. Sorry about that, but I saw a guy make a comment about, Jalen actually was not a good playoff QB. He had 2 good games in the Super Bowls, and he was below average to average in every other game in the playoffs. So of course I had to go check that out and do a little digging. Here is Jalen Hurts playoff numbers, and okay, very first playoff game, and his rating is actually kind of low because of the 2 interceptions. By the way, 9 games. Wait, yeah, 9 games. Only 3 interceptions. 2 of those 3 interceptions were in the very first playoff game that he played in, where he still threw for 258 with a TD and 2 interceptions. But here's what we're going to look at after that. You tell me it's just the Super Bowls, right? Okay, 2023. I have that date right? Yeah. In a win against the Giants. Now he threw for only 154, but he didn't need to. It was a blowout, 38-7, 16 to 24, completed 2/3 of them for 154, 2 TDs, no interceptions, a quarterback rating of 112. Couple games later, in the loss to Kansas City, the Super Bowl loss, 38-35. Like we all know again that 27 to 38, 71%, 304 yards, a touchdown, 103 rating. Next year, we had the disaster in Tampa Bay. But even in that 32-9 disaster, Jalen was 25 of 35. Again, over 71%, 250 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, a QB rating over 100. Next year, which we all know what this run was, in the game against Green Bay, 111.4 QB rating. The game against the Rams, 91.2 QB rating. The game against Washington, 20 of 28, 71.4%, 246. a touchdown, no interceptions, a QB rating above 110. And then, of course, the Super Bowl MVP, 17 of 22, over 77%, 221 yards, 10 yards per attempt, 119.7 QB rating. That's a lot of 100 plus QB ratings, 10 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Again, after his very first playoff game, the next 8 games, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception for Jalen Hurts. Got a career playoff percentage, completion percentage of 66.8 for over 1,800 yards in the 9 games. Again, take away that first game, and it's even better. So to sit here and say, oh, he was below average or average at best in every other game than the 2 Super Bowls is absolutely absurd. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead. Let me know if I'm too hard on LeSean, but of course, feel free to blast him as well, which I think is where if you listen to me about the comments, is where a lot of people fall. A lot of Eagles fans fall now with LeSean McCoy. They're kind of tired of it. But smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.